are you
Ulrich,
being
is
so
there anything
mean?
else?
Why are you being so difficult?
I'm not.
You are.
Ulrich, is there anything else you want to ask her?
I am just standing back watching you and Victoria talk with her.
Ulrich, are you gonna let them talk to me like this?
They're just asking you questions.
This girl is this your girl, Ulrich?
Yeah.
Victoria turns.
We're like pretty much together.
Hello and happy Friday, friends. We're back with more Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition shenanigans. Mike, unnecessary, but thank you. I appreciate you, Vampire.
Oh, he beat me to it though.
Listen, we can go beyond the goal. That's okay, guys. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that. Happy Friday and or whatever day it is if you're watching us over on the YouTubes. I am DM Daddy RPG. Daddy loves you. And we are here for more Vampire shenanigans. I do not run this game. I play in this game. I am an agent of chaos instead of the wrangler of chaos. But quick social medias. Discord, if you're not part of our Discord community, hop over to the Discord. We currently have votes going on right now for what game Jen will run at the start of 2024. It is between, actually, Jen, what is it between again?
We've got Monster Hearts 2, a Wednesday kind of teen romance, but monsters.
Versus?
And Highlander, because there can be only one.
Nope, that'll get it. That'll get us problems. That'll get us problems on Twitch. Not gonna sing not gonna sing the Highlander theme song. But that vote is currently going on over on the Discord in the voting channel. So please, we are also all fairly active over there. At least most of us are. We would love to have you over there. Join us on our Discord community, please. Boom, YouTube. I mentioned this if you're watching us in the future. If you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, come on, man. It's like all of our games get uploaded over there. Do you want to just have something on in the background? Want to listen to our crazy shenanigans and stuff? YouTube's got everything. Please do. And of course there's Patreon. Patreon.com/DMDaddyRPG is how we fund all of our fun times in shenanigans. Get Protomen to do them. No, first of all, that would require the Protomen to actually make any new music. Yeah, I said what I said. I've known them for 15 years. I'm allowed to say that. I could call half of that band right now on my phone live if I wanted to. I love the Protomen. I love all of them. But Jesus Christ, it has been 13 years since Act 2. Where's the new stuff? And you know what? I hope somebody clips it and sends it to him. I really do. Andrew streams on Twitch. Or, I'm sorry, Reanimator streams on Twitch. Not his actual real name. He does drumming streaming. So I'm just saying you can send that over to him if you wanted. Anyways, yes. So Patreon is how we fund everything. It's how we get books. It's how we pay for art. It's how we pay for all the sweet merch that we make and we send to everybody. Last season's merch bundle is coming together real nice. We've got some Kane Sabat prayer candles. We've got stickers. We've got postcards, one from every area of all the games that we ran through the last year. And then, of course, we have our Christmas bundle, which is DM Daddy specific merch, such as tumblers, lapel pins, etc., etc. So, if you are not subscribed to us over on Patreon, please consider doing so, as that is the only way to get those sick merch bundles now. Yeah. All right, and my stuff is done. Jen, take us away.
My stuff. Happy Friday, everybody.
Hi.
How are we doing?
Happy Friday.
It's the weekend. I'm great.
Same. And slightly less caffeinated than I was last week, so I don't know if that's going to be better or worse. We'll find out. Does everybody remember what happened last week?
I do.
I remember my stuff.
That's all that I'm going to ask you about. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pop quiz.
Pretty sure.
Cool. And we're going to do recaps Jen style.
Oh boy.
We'll go around the room. I'll ask you what you did last week and what you hope to do this week. We're going to start with Ulrich.
Ulrich did a lot of, not so much last week. Did a lot of reading. Other than that, when we got to the mandatory meeting that we all went to, that we're still waiting for stuff to happen, he just kind of paid attention to everybody in the room, watched some of his fellow coterie go in and out a whole bunch of times. So trying to figure out what's going on with them and what secrets might be lying beneath. So that's what I'm hoping for today.
Secrets.
Who would have thought?
So you're hoping to figure out some of your coterie secrets.
Yes. What is going on with them?
Thank God nobody has secrets. All right, Johan, your turn.
So Johan also did a fair amount of reading. Talked to Samar at the gather, possibly procured some spleens for his research, and otherwise was generally creepy about science towards people.
Delightfully creepy. What do you hope to do this week?
Advance his research, maybe investigate more of what happened in the apartment complex where the elder frenzied, to see if there's anything where he can apply his investigative talents for the domain and his coterie.
I'm sure you'll get there. Probably. Victorio.
What's up?
What'd you do last week?
Let's see. Started off the night fresh. Flirted with some ghouls and some girls and whatnot. Met up with Ophelia at the Goth Club. Marvin, my main man, came with me, and we did some business. And then we went to the Gather, where I tried to do some more business, and was told it's dangerous to go alone. So I tried to stop Sophia from going off alone, but then Sophia's like, I'm working. And it's like, you know what? Fine. Good luck. Have fun. Bye.
You were told that you shouldn't go alone.
And I'm taking that. Listen, I, as the leader of this coterie, it is my job to make sure you all stay safe. Okay? Okay. As for what I want to do tonight, I've got a checklist of various members of the domain that I have not run through yet. So that'd be nice. If not, maybe some old faithfuls. We'll see what happens.
Best of luck to you in all your future endeavors.
Appreciate it.
Sophia.
So I checked in with my retainer, Eileen, make sure there wasn't any news to be concerned about. Threatened to cut off Victoria's dick if he kept sending her dick pics. Well, I guess I didn't say cut off. Make it not an option anymore.
You said I'm not allowed to send her any new dick pics. You were very, very specific. I wrote it as a note.
Oof. All right, that's going to be fun. I talked to the sheriff, Gabriel, got briefed, was told that there was a witness who's being held by the Toreador Provision, right? Dr. Strand was Toreador.
Mm-hmm. Boo.
And to... Oh. Am I still there?
There's... Oh, there we go.
For me. Okay, cool. So Dr. Strand, the Toreador Provision, right? And then her driver took me to another site. I interrogated that witness and then fed on her to make her not a witness anymore. What I'm hoping to do now is investigate the scene of the crime with the coterie.
Okay. Marvin.
Hi. Marvin had a great time last week. He tried making so many new friends. It didn't exactly go the best, but that's okay. He's thinking he's making some progress, especially with the sheriff. He's going to give him a hug before it's over with. He knows it. What is it?
At least my goals are achievable.
Could have dreams.
I said, played wingman to Victoria. Just kind of being there in case needed, but letting Victoria do his thing. And then, like I said, we went off to the meeting where I had the brief run-in with the sheriff. And not terribly much else happened as far as like big important things.
What do you want to do tonight?
I want to make a new friend. Hi there, neighbor.
Is your ghoul friend not enough? She's going to be devastated.
Oh no, she is wonderful. That is another level. I just want a new friend.
Jade, how about you?
I talked to Lavinia about... Well, she wanted to talk to me about something that I haven't told people about. Because I would never keep secrets from anyone. Yeah. And then after that, I went and called my mom to check up on her and didn't get an answer. So, kind of worried about that.
What do you want to do tonight?
I mean, probably see if I can figure out why she didn't answer, because I know she doesn't always answer, but still kind of worried. Yeah.
All right. Well, tonight we are jumping on back at Gather. Sophia is still at this point in time just dumping a innocent little old lady into a dumpster. Like you do.
Well, she was an innocent old lady. Now she's just a corpse.
Wonder if she was cut from Pasadena.
Ulrich, did you bring that book you were reading with you? You said you were reading all night. Did you bring it with you?
I did not bring it with me.
Okay. You have a bookstore. What time would you say the bookstore closes?
Normal nights, it closes at 9.
Okay. As we kind of fade in back at Gather, do you have your phone with you?
Of course.
It buzzes. And if you open it up, it's got kind of like one of those Ring doorbell sort of alarms. The sheriff made it very clear you're not allowed to have video surveillance inside of that occult shop after that whole debacle where you had to shut your shop down and catalog everything inside to make sure you were not selling or exposing anybody to anything they should not see.
No.
But you do have a Ring sort of style door alarm. And as you kind of look at your phone, it buzzes 3 or 4 more times, alerting you that someone or something has opened and closed the doors.
So I'm going to instantly open the app and take a look at all the cameras that I have inside to see what I notice.
Now, you are not allowed to have cameras inside. That doesn't mean you don't. So do you?
Exactly. Yeah. So you can't tell that there's cameras. They're not just up at the ceiling aiming down. They're strategically placed.
Okay. Before you double down on that, you would know that it was more a matter of masquerade than people knowing there are cameras in there. So you absolutely can have cameras in there if you wanted to ignore. I just wanted to be like super clear about why it was not allowed.
Gotcha.
So do you have cameras?
I do, yeah.
Jen, just so you know, there's 2 bricks in chat, by the way.
2 already. Okay.
Can you pipe down, Victoria? We don't need bricks.
Let's see who's here.
Oh no, somebody breaking statements issued by the sheriff. I feel definitely deserve some bricks. How dare you? How dare you?
You pull the cameras back up as they are currently right now, and that bookstore is in shambles. There are books thrown all over the floor, statues knocked clean over, the cash register is shoved entirely off of the counter. Lights, half of the lights are on. You know for sure they were off before. Doors to the office, wide open. Door to the back alley, wide open.
I am going to make a call.
To who?
Jesse.
And who is Jesse?
Jesse's one of my patrons of the store. He helps me acquire some of the things that we get into the store. So I'm going to have him get a hold of some people and go check on the store, figure out what's going on.
Okay. Now, what does Jesse know about you?
Jesse knows my side of dealing in occult books and such. He doesn't know anything about being a vampire.
What kind of things would you have had him help you acquire in the past?
Different ancient tomes, artifacts.
Okay. So you dial up Jesse. Are you essentially utilizing your allies for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesse answers. He sounds tired. Like you just woke him up in the middle of the night. He's like, yeah.
Jesse, you need to wake up.
Yeah. Why?
I need you.
I mean, I'm awake. What do you? It's like midnight. What do you need?
I need you to grab a couple of your guys and get down to the store. It's a mess. Somebody broke in. I need to figure out what's missing.
Oh.
I'll make it up to you. It's fine.
Are they still there? Like, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
Nobody shows on the camera. The back door to the alley is open.
You said that really specifically. Nobody shows on the camera? Like, is there somebody? Is it? Okay.
Jen, if I see the sheriff going anywhere near Ulrich, I'm going to intercept.
Is there a reason we're not calling the cops?
Yeah, I want you to go take a look. Let me know what you find.
Yeah, okay. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes to get there. I'll see who else is up.
All right, thank you.
Click. Victoria, luckily the sheriff is currently seems to possibly be pulling people aside for questions. He keeps kind of, everybody can probably notice that he's kind of a burly dude. He doesn't try to hide. Every now and then he like emerges from the office, seems to tag somebody to go back with him, and then comes back out.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for a new person to go in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go talk to Ulrich.
He comes out, grabs Addie, one of the Malkavian neonates, goes back in. So you have
scramble.
It seems like you probably have like 10, 15 minutes.
It's like sitting at the table, wave, hi, politeness. As soon as that door closes, scramble.
Marvin's just meandering around for the hors d'oeuvres, or whatever might be going on at the gallery.
He can eat.
Hey, Ulrich. Well, let's go take in some fresh air outside real quick.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. That's a great. Yeah, man. Freaking. I need to smoke. Upholding the masquerade and blah blah blah. Ow. Bro.
Yeah.
My dude. Listen, I'm all for, do what the fuck we want. That's like my main MO, my big thing, right? I'm not mad at you for doing what the hell you want. Just want to preface, just putting it out there real quick. We're cool. We're cool in that regard. Don't fucking talk about doing the shit you've been told not to do in the middle of gather. If I could hear it.
That's why I need your help.
First of all, I don't know anything about any cameras in the place that aren't supposed to have cameras. I don't know anything about that. I know nothing.
No.
Second, you're not going to talk about that in Gather anymore, right?
Nope.
Especially not while the person who told you not to have cameras in there is just in the other room, right?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, between Marvin talking about our stuff on the phone and now,
in your panic, Victorio, because dice, you take a superficial willpower damage, please.
Why the fuck not? I'm stressing. They're giving keeping me alive. That's what this coterie is for.
Just the stress of keeping your mouth shut until you got outside.
All right.
Burn through a willpower.
Okay, so what do you need my help with?
We need to get out of here and go check on the store.
Your bookstore?
Yeah.
Why do we need to check on your books? They're books.
Because there's stuff in there that shouldn't be in the wrong hands.
Are they on fire?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't look at your night cameras? And is your bookshop on fire?
No, there's no fire.
Then they're fine. They're books. Can't be hurt. It's a book.
Unless they're gone.
You know what, Ulrich? For you, I will do this. I will do this for you. So, bookstore. Okay, and pulls out his phone, adds to list. Okay, 5 minutes. Head out for bookstore. Gonna go do other things to make sure that. See who else in the coteries fucking up besides Sophia, and make my way back inside.
Jade, it's been maybe an hour or so, and you still haven't received a call back or a message. And although normally it might, your call to your mom might not be answered immediately, if she waits any longer, it might start to feel a little off. Lavinia is still every now and then glancing across the room, brows raised for an update.
I mean, I might send a quick text again to my mom since I haven't heard anything from her yet, just to see if she is up yet, just to try to get an update. That way I don't need to go out and be quite as secretive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which of my coterie mates do I run into next?
Oh, let's see. We got Jade, we got Marvin, we got Johan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's roll some dice.
I got something for all of them. Let's go.
Johan.
Johan.
Yo.
Hey. Hey, man. How you doing? How are things?
I'm doing well. I've recently procured a potential supply of screens. How was your evening?
Not gonna lie, man. It's been a roller coaster. Like, to start off, fantastic, all uphill, and now it's like, now we're in downhill and slopes. And what do you know about books?
Like the general form.
Yes, like learned and reading materials. You know, those things Ulrich is always sitting on a couch with.
Are you looking for recommendations?
No, I'm looking for someone who knows structural integrity and potential anti-theft measures. They're not on fire, so that's a plus.
What did you do to Ulrich's books?
I didn't do anything. I've been here. Somebody did something to Ulrich's bookshop, and Ulrich wants to go investigate it. But there's a lot going on. Not immediately. We're going to go with like 4-ish minutes. But if you wanted to wait outside with Ulrich, and I'll bring the car around, I got you, fam.
Victoria, can you roll me a wits awareness?
Sure. That's something I'm actually good at. Boop, 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 boop. The sheet wasn't so small. Awareness. Wits. Submit. No modifier, right?
Correct.
Take
one
that.
whole thing. It's enough, but it is hilarious that you got 1 out of 6.
Yep.
Out of the corner of your eye, you start to see the prince. Noticing your body language or your voice or your tone or something. She knows you so well. You notice her start to cross the room over to you and Johan.
It's fine. It's fine. All right, Johan, get the fuck out of here.
Johan proceeds to get the fuck out of there.
What are you trying to...
He's gonna make for the door to meet with Ulrich outside.
Johan, the second you head for the door, you hear your prince say,
He freezes and turns to meet his prince, trying to look proper and respectful.
I'm gonna try to intercept my prince.
She's gonna walk past you and stop some point between you and Johan.
That's fine. Victoria's not worried at all. We have broken no rules. In fact, I'm doing what she said we should do and stick together.
Looking straight at Johan, she furrows her brows, hands clasped at her front. Johan, yes?
Indeed, my prince.
From behind her shoulder.
I appreciate you attending Gather this evening. You strike me as more of an introvert.
I am. This was an interesting opportunity to discuss with like minds current events in the domain.
That is a very canned answer, and I'm not sure I love it.
Apologies. I am introverted, and because of that can seem somewhat insincere in speech, but trust me when I say I am not attempting to deceive you. I am being earnest here.
What had you eager to leave?
Just taking in the fresh air, discussing literature with a friend of mine.
Oh, what book?
Well, he's studying certain mystic literature that I find would be quite interesting.
Are you trying to lie? Out of character, Johan, are you trying to lie?
He's trying to equivocate. He's trying to
dance around
without explicitly lying and answer in a literal way that does not make the prince kill him.
She won't kill you. It's fine.
I'm gonna have you roll manipulation subterfuge. Because you are dancing really hard.
Remember, you can always take a rouse check to add 2 dice. Oh, well, not once you rolled it, but...
He don't need it.
Johan is actually better at this than you would think.
The prince... Her face goes kind of blank, and she looks you over head to toe, and it takes a lot longer than is frankly comfortable. But after a moment, she turns to look behind her shoulder at Victorio.
Ma'am?
Are you in a hurry to step outside to discuss books?
No.
Where are you going?
To a bookstore. Not alone.
Why?
Because it's important to my coterie.
Victoria, is this one of the things you are dancing around because I shouldn't hear it?
No. Literally, one of my coterie mates owns a bookstore. He needs to go check in on his store. I'm gathering the coterie because you told me we're not allowed to go off alone.
Correct.
That is all that I'm doing.
Johan, hurry back. I'd love to hear all about this friend of yours.
I shall.
It's Ulrich. You know about Ulrich.
Oh. I do.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you say who it was, Johan?
I saw no need. He is first and foremost a friend of mine. I have many friends I feel the need to. Well, that's not true. I have a few scholarly contacts. And
while you roast Johan, is it okay if I go talk with Marvin and Jade and get them going outside too? Prince?
No, I'm done here. Do enjoy the bookstore. Bring me back something fun.
I will bring you back something fun. I cannot promise it'll come from the bookstore. Making my way across the room.
Johan follows once he is out of the prince's judgmental stare.
Eventually, she just releases you by walking away.
I survived.
You did. You did great. You did great, man.
And Hughes will, as he said, go over and rendezvous with Ulrich.
I'm gonna go for Jade next.
Jade next? All right.
Marvin's easy. Marvin takes no convincing. He's like, hey, man, we're gonna go do stuff.
Okay.
As you walk past, as you walk past toward Jade, you notice Lavinia is kind of glancing at her again.
Mm-hmm.
Brows raised, waiting for a yes or no.
I'm gonna just, like, jacket block Lavinia's gaze from Jade. Hey, we're gonna go do stuff.
What are we doing?
Ulrich has a problem at his store, and we're gonna go investigate that as a team.
Okay.
And you and I are gonna have a very private conversation in the car amongst the coterie while we're going there.
That sounds private.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Johan and Ulrich are already outside. Gestures for Jade to go join them.
I'll go join them.
Hell yeah, Jade. Good job. It's such a great addition to the team. Marvin! Not gonna walk over to Marvin. I don't care about disrupting gather. Everybody knows Marvin's my boy. Marvin!
Yep.
We're outie. Head to the door.
Yep.
And out the door you go.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
I have drive.
I could drive. Don't matter.
I'll give Marvin the keys.
Take the prince's car.
Oh, if we're taking the prince's car, I'm giving Marvin the keys.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I got a dot and drive. Let's go.
And just about the time that you all peel out of the parking lot, Sophia, you are delivered back. And the toreadors...
Oh.
What did you want to do before then?
I just like to imagine it's that scene from that one show where like one car's going and another car's in Victoria, and Sophia
That's
just
what
like...
I imagined too, but that was wrong. What's Sophia doing?
Yeah, so as soon as I was... So, yeah. So as soon as I dropped off the body, I was going to walk back to the driver.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, could you open... I was going to hand him my phone and say, could you open my phone for me? Password is 1979. And tell me what my text says.
The driver's going to look at you like you've asked for the largest favor in the entire world, because you're not the boss of them. But they do so. They open your phone up. They kind of turn it so you can see the text message yourself.
Okay. What did you say, Victoria? Prince said not to go alone, by the way.
Prince said we're not supposed to be going anywhere alone, but good luck on your job.
Okay. I will note that. And then I will say, could you dial Jade in my contacts? Please.
Is this like some weird sexual thing? Fine.
No, I assure you it is not.
Jade, do you want like on speaker?
Just hand it. You can just hand it to me. Okay. So Jade, it's gonna ring.
As you're in the car, your phone rings.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, as in the.
As Jade is in the car
with us.
With everyone else. Her phone rings.
Because this would have happened before I started driving back. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then now I'm confused on timing. Okay, it's fine. We can see. Yeah. We'll say my thing took a little longer. It's fine.
Disposing of a body and whatnot.
Yeah.
I will pick up the phone. And I'll put on... What's up, Sophia?
To everyone else in the car, Victoria's like doing...
could you gather the coterie for me? We have a crime scene we should investigate.
We are actually already all together on the way to Ulrich's bookstore.
Did something happen?
It sounds like it. I don't know what, though.
All right, I will meet you there.
Knowledge is in danger. Click the phone for Jade.
And then I'm going to say, thank you, and I assume as a consummate professional you will forget that, and cloud memory.
Okay. Is there a rule for that?
Not if they're not expecting it, and they're immortal.
Their face kind of goes blank, and they just stare at you like they're expecting something.
Hey, sorry to bother you. Could you drop me off at, and I'm going to give the location of the bookstore instead of where we were, and then you can just drop me off. You don't have to stick around.
No, I was specifically told to drop you off at Gather.
All right then. Could you do me a small favor then? Could you unlock my phone and dial Jade in my contacts?
Just takes the phone, just as confused as they were the first time.
Yeah, password is 1979.
You ask, like, okay.
Thank you.
Jade, your phone rings again.
I answer it again, unless I'm stopped.
Not gonna stop her.
The driver has been ordered to take me back to Gather.
Damn, that sucks.
So I guess go on ahead and I will still meet you at the bookstore, but it'll be longer. Apologies.
Nothing to apologize for. You were off doing, your job and everything. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need the rest of us for that. That's cool. Don't worry about it, Sophia. We'll see you back again.
Victorio, I do need your help.
Oh.
I just didn't need your help for this particular thing.
You were just so busy. Anyways, we'll see you when we get back together, or when you get to the bookstore. Either or.
All right, Jade. If you were leaving the bookstore, call me.
I can do that.
And even if I don't pick up, I'll recognize your ringtone and I'll know that's what that means. Thank you.
All right. Not a problem.
All right, thank you. And as a consummate professional, I'm sure you'll forget that.
Back to just staring at you, waiting for you to say something.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. I'm ready to head back now.
Okay. Gets back in the car. Drives you back together.
All right.
Everybody in the car.
I love club.
It's a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a messed up power. It's so horrible, but it's fun.
So the bookstore isn't terribly far from the art gallery. It's kind of like in a little downtown shopping district tucked in among a whole bunch of overpriced boutiques. You get there maybe 10 minutes later. It's late. Traffic isn't bad. Where do you park? Do you park right in front? There's like some parallel parking. There's a parking lot at the end of the block.
I ask Ulrich for the most discreet parking spot.
Park a block away on the side of the block. And we'll go through the back.
Roll for parallel parking.
The back door is still wide open. Some lights are still on, some are off inside. The only thing that seems to have changed as you glance in through the door is that which lights are on are different. But if there's anything else you are specifically looking for, let me know. Your friend Jesse is not there yet. You guys left ahead of him.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes.
So what does it look like when we go in there? Like what?
Victorio is going to be hanging back, and he's going to attempt to keep Jade with him as well.
Marvin is waiting for orders.
So are you just going straight in, not looking around first, or?
So at the back door, and then got your description of what I see from outside looking in. Mm-hmm. Do we notice anything else about the door? Like, can we tell if somebody came in through the back and out the front, or was it in the front, out the back?
Roll me what's investigation. As you're looking around the alley in the back. And anybody else who wants to check it out is welcome to do so as well.
I think Johan would as well.
Makes sense.
Victoria is just staring at Jade.
So it's wits plus investigation?
Yep. Ulrich, you don't see anything really out of the ordinary. There's not any equipment or debris that anybody left outside the door. Johan, you realize that the door's open. You assume it's something that gets locked when the business is closed, and you probably know the business has been closed for a couple of hours now. But there's no sign of forced entry. There's no scratches around a lock. There's no dents in the door where someone used a crowbar. You can either presume that they had a key, or the back door is how they left.
Back door is unlocked, no signs of forced entry. They either picked the lock very well, had a key, or came out the back, but came in another way.
Could I roll intelligence occult to figure out if it was human or other that was in the store?
I'm trying to think of how mechanically that would work. You do know when you pulled up the feed, you didn't see anyone there. You can roll intelligence occult to try to figure out like options for what might have happened. 3 successes. Cool. So it probably, unless they knew exactly where your cameras were placed and knew how and where to hide to make sure that you couldn't see them. And the list of people who know exactly where your cameras are is pretty short. But anyone who spends enough time in the store could feasibly figure it out. So it could be a human who just knows exactly where your cameras are and knows how to dodge them. You also know that obfuscate, some powers let you hide from electronics. So if someone with a high enough level of obfuscate who had the right mix of powers maybe wouldn't show up on your camera. And then, I don't know, maybe like a ghost or something. Ghosts, wraiths wouldn't necessarily show up on camera. You've ever had a problem with them before in the store? And they have to kind of be attached to something.
Mm-hmm.
But that probably wouldn't show up on the cameras either.
All right, we're going to go inside and take a look. Do I notice anything missing?
You have a lot of stuff in there. Who's going inside?
Is there stuff all over the floor?
It is.
Does it look like the place has been ransacked? Yeah.
Like I described before, there's like books thrown off of shelves. There's statues on the floor. The register, the whole register has been shoved off of the counter. Light fixtures, the little lamps that you had by the reading area, some of them are knocked over. Furniture is misplaced. Who's going inside with Ulrich?
Johannes.
I'm going to say Victorio and Jade were going around to the front. Taking the long way.
Okay.
I'll go that way as well.
Company, or should I go with all the others?
Oh, go with Johan and Ulrich.
Alright. So Marvin will go in that way and start doing what he does with the investigating the crime scene.
Okay. Anyone who is going inside can roll me another wits investigation while Victoria and Jade circle around to the front.
Hey, Jade.
What's up?
What the fuck is Lavinia pretending to give a shit about?
Nothing important.
Bullshit. She's made goo-goo eyes at you like at least 3 times. And I know she's bullshitting. You can't trust Lasombra. What's going on? What does she have over you?
Can you promise you'll keep it a secret?
Of course.
She... It's... my mom.
Like your sire?
No.
Jade? When you say your mom, do you mean like your biological birth mom?
Yes.
What about your biological birth mom, Jade?
She may live close by.
Oh. And you're still talking to her?
Yes.
About how old does Jade look?
I look like I'm late 20s.
Late 20s? Okay, listen, Jade. It's time for you to be a grown adult woman. And you need to live your own life. And you need to cut your mortal mother out of your life. Because that's just a masquerade breach waiting to happen, Jade. And you know how people like, I don't know, Sophia handle masquerade breaches. Do you want Sophia to meet your mom?
Not really.
Okay, cool. We need to nip this. We need to. You need to tell your mom you're moving on and you got a new job in another city or something. Okay, you don't live with your mom, do you?
No.
Okay, good. At least there's that. All right. Focus on books. I'll keep it a secret as long as you handle this in a timely manner, and stop telling Lavinia about shit with your mortal mother. Lavinia is not a good person. Most Lasombra aren't. Okay?
Okay.
I'm literally like, right now, you're fine. You're going to be safe and fine no matter what. It's like, but if you want your mom to live, I'm just saying, take that how you will. All right, let's see what's going on with Ulrich's bookstore. Front door, does it look like this is how they came in?
Give me wits investigation for that.
Hell yeah, Will.
What do we roll inside? We got... Ulrich 0. Ulrich, there is something about seeing all of your precious tomes laid out all over the floor, things that should be handled with cotton gloves, tossed precariously all over the place. That just, you blink. You're staring at the mess, your things in a mess, and you... For this moment, you can't even remotely figure out where to start to figure out if there's anything missing. Marvin, as you're looking around, you're just taking in the big picture. You don't necessarily know what's supposed to be here. But with your specialty in deduction, you're kind of taking chunks of visual information. A pile of books on the floor, your brain can kind of like shift it and put it back where it's supposed to be. And as you scan across the room, it doesn't seem like there are any big gaps in data. And by data, I mean things. There aren't any big gaps where a thing definitely was that is no longer there. At first glance, it's a total wreck, but there's nothing that stands out that makes you think something should have been there.
Mm-hmm. Also want to check the back entrance, well, both entrances really, to see if the lock was picked, just bashed open, whatnot.
Well, Johan shared when he looked at the back entrance that it didn't seem like there had been any kind of forced entry there.
Okay.
So if you kind of want to look at the front door, you can do that. You rolled pretty well. It doesn't look like any glass or anything is broken. And since you're inside, that's probably the only thing you'd be able to see for forced entry. Mm-hmm. There's no glass broken. The door seems to be flush shut. It doesn't seem like it was like knocked off its hinges by any kind of force. So it doesn't look like there's anything going on, at least from where you stand.
Okay.
Victorio, as you look around the outside of the front, mm-hmm. Same thing. There's no obvious signs of forced entry. There's no scratches around the lock. There's no bending of the frame. It's not out of place. There's nothing broken. So it seems like either they had a key or it was unlocked or it was open some other way. If it was open at all.
I'm gonna be straight up. Victorio is mostly just feigning care and concern. Does not give a single damn about the bookstore. But he's making it look like he's putting in effort. through the glass, through the front, you'll see Victoria staring, studying at the door, and just kind of like. I'm gonna try the handle.
Ulrich, would you have any kind of records for what is currently stocked in this bookstore?
It was all kept digitally.
Okay. If you want to skim through that, the records that you have for what is supposed to be in stock here and compare it, that I'll let you do intelligence investigation for. Anyone? Did anyone close the back door?
I think Johan did.
Okay. Anybody inside have heightened senses up right now then?
Was the door unlocked? Was the front door unlocked?
The front door...
I tried the handle.
Oh, okay. It's locked.
Okay, then.
Johan has sensed the unseen up, but not heightened senses.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, aim for sense the unseen.
Do you want to purposely roll for that? You know it's passive, but if someone is like obfuscated, you may have to roll for it.
Yeah.
I think Johan would, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me those rolls.
I got 3 successes for the going through
It's
the records.
awareness.
Yes.
Same.
Okay. Three's all over the place. All right. Ulrich. Was that for your
Cross-referencing my list.
inventory?
So what's in, yeah.
Okay. It takes you a little while because you've got such a random assortment of stuff all over the place, cataloged in a way that makes sense to you, but maybe not necessarily other people. But you come to the same conclusion as Marvin did and may not have shared with you. There doesn't seem to be anything missing. You did have a small file box full of books and knickknacks and whatnots that you hadn't had time to sort and catalog. That was in your office. That little tote has been knocked over onto its side. So if something's missing from there, wouldn't necessarily know. But for the stuff that you've already cataloged and organized and put up, nothing seems to be missing.
So you said that takes a while. Does that take enough time for Sophia to show up, or just?
Let's see.
You had your time, Sophia. It's the rest of ours time.
I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, but you are on your way at this point.
I'm en route. Yeah, yep. I'm driving. Okay.
I'm just being a stinker. I hope you actually do make it to us.
Everybody inside. You hear the rattle of metal as someone kind of jiggles the handle of the back door. It only happens once.
Is that everyone inside heard that?
Everyone inside heard that. And for those who did sense the unseen, your gaze kind of softens, when you really try to look beyond your normal senses. And actually, let me look something up really quick.
While you're looking up that, Marvin steps to the corner and poke shadows.
At the front door where Victoria and Jade are locked out, Victoria's just like...
I guess they don't want to let us in.
Yeah, Ulrich is making his way over with his catalog in hand and unlocking the front door.
Johann, if he doesn't get much on Sense the Unseen, is going to slowly open the back door to peer out, but like opening it just a crack so that he can see out, but not necessarily let whatever's on the other side through.
Okay. While you sort of turn away, thinking, since you unseen, there's nothing here. And something out of the corner of your eye, just a blur, kind of a gray blur, speeds past and into like the office in a way that there's not a path that way. By the time you open the door to peek out to see if anyone is back there, there's no one directly behind the door anymore, but you hear the sound of footsteps just out of sight. They seem to be walking away.
Someone tried the door and sent some apparition into the office.
What's an apparition?
A manner of supernatural phenomena. Perhaps a spirit of the truly undead. Perhaps
a ghost. A
vestige of their spirit separated from...
A ghost.
There are many forms of apparition, only some of which were once human.
Poltergeist.
Marvin goes to check.
Check the office, would you?
Spectre. I'm not checking the fucking office. There's a ghost in there.
Marvin goes to check.
Marvin goes to check the office.
Johann does as well.
Absolutely not. In fact, Victoria takes one step back out of the building.
After trying so hard to get let in.
I'll go into
there's
the
a ghost in
building.
the office. Fuck that.
Marvin, as you peek your head into the office, you see something kind of similar, like a grayish blur. But as soon as your head peeks into the office, it scooches from the office back into the other room, like it's dodging you.
There's someone at the door.
I point. Tell you, get you back in the other room. I'll stay right here.
Johann see it moving and move to intercept it.
When Johann steps in front of it, this blur that is his eyes can't exactly focus on. It's more trying to focus through the blur. It just sort of dissolves and fades away. Meanwhile, team front of building.
Jade said she was going in.
Jade's inside.
A team of one.
From which direction?
From your right.
Oh, I.
Just a little brunette. Armload of books.
She cute? Whatever, I'm bored.
She's nerd cute.
She's heading directly for the bookshop. Like it's somewhere she's been before.
She's cute enough.
Glasses glow up.
Mm-hmm. Hello there, avid reader.
Oh.
He's saying that not just to her, but also loud enough so people inside know that somebody's coming.
Hi.
Hey.
Is it open?
It is not. They are currently doing inventory.
Inventory. I came by earlier and it seemed like it was open.
Oh, that's weird.
She's gonna lean around, knock a hand on the window.
No, we are working. Thank you.
No, it's fine. I'm here all the time. Knock a hand on the window.
It's not fine. We're working. We are not open to the public.
It's fine. I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see the owner.
First of all, everyone wants to see me. Second of all, as you can clearly see through this window, the man is busy doing inventory.
He is. Knocks some more.
He does not have time for you. Good day.
Ulrich,
I said good day.
At any point, do you look to see what the knocking is?
Was Victoria doing a good enough job of keeping her back, or was it like full on knocks?
I mean, she got a couple of knocks in there at least.
I think Ulrich would have let Victoria take care of what was going on outside, and he was focusing on
inventory, like Victoria
inventory, obviously, like he said, but also he was shoving all of the not supposed to have cameras in his pockets as he's going throughout the store.
Around what time did you say you got here? Like you said it was open earlier?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago?
Like 30 minutes ago? Oh, man. Jeez. That's crazy, because I'm sure as like a normal patron of this place, it closes at 9.
Yeah, but sometimes there are people like inside later.
Yeah, like who? Like who?
This is about the time, Sophia, that you are welcome to pull up.
Okay, cool.
Like the owner.
Yeah, and who else?
Like friends.
Friends.
Sometimes they're like guest
me?
readers and like
guest readers.
I thought you were doing inventory. Does he make his friends do inventory?
We all help each other out when we can.
I would love to do inventory.
Well, I'm sure if you were a friend, he would have asked you.
Knock, 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 knock.
I think Sophia will show up at this point.
Oh, look! Here's someone you're going to absolutely love talking to.
Yeah, I was going to just say, if I saw the car on the way, I would have parked there and walked, but otherwise I'll just pull up in front.
It's a flashy sports car, so you probably saw it.
Yeah, so I'm walking. I'm walking up. I figure if they parked a block away, I'll respect that.
Hey, look! Here's someone that you're gonna absolutely love talking to.
No, I really only want to talk to.
Oh well, that's a shame because he's very busy right now.
He doesn't look that busy. It's fine. He knows me. Just let me in. Just let me in.
No, we're working.
He knows me. We're like best friends.
Best friends.
Is she bothering you, Victoria?
She's trying to bother Ulrich.
No. First of all,
Ulrich's busy.
Yeah, that's cool, but he's never here, and I just wanted to say hi.
I'll pass the message along.
Why are you guys being so weird? He's just so nice. I don't think he would really appreciate you keeping his friends from him.
What's your name?
Give me a second.
What's your name?
Ulrich, real quick question. You don't have a mask, but what do you tell people your name is? Like on business cards and stuff? Do you use your Ulrich? Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to be accurate. Ulrich! Ulrich! Let me in.
I'm gonna go in and beeline to Ulrich.
Upon hearing somebody, don't know, shouting, Marvin is going to sneak his way out the back door and around to the alley.
Vancouver by
dropping
night.
Cloak of Shadows.
Hello.
No, just classical stealth.
Ulrich, were you here earlier? There was someone here earlier.
Hello, friends. Welcome.
I may or may not have looked in the back.
Hey, Ulrich, this really, really important friend of yours really, really wants to say hi.
I listen to Victoria. I look up. And I walk up to the front door.
You immediately see Becky. Becky is a super fan. She has come to your store almost every day for the last 3 months. She almost never buys, but every time she picks a book, has 1,000 questions. And even if you're not at the store, whoever is working at the store has to deal with her and her questions. She's not usually out this late, but neither are you. The shop's normally closed by now.
Ulrich, she saw somebody here 30 minutes ago.
I'm gonna follow Ulrich.
Hi, Becky. How's it going?
Hey. Hi.
There, you said hi.
Busy.
You said hi.
No,
That's what you wanted.
Yeah, I mean,
Go.
I did want. No.
Go. Yeah. Huh?
Victoria, you said that she saw somebody earlier?
She claims that she saw somebody in here 30 minutes ago.
The door was open and I may or may not have looked inside.
Did you come inside 30 minutes ago? Becky?
She has nervous laughter. Just the door was open. I thought that we were open. I thought the store was open, so I thought...
You know we close at 9.
Someone
I've
broke
never
in,
seen
Becky.
you before.
Was it you?
No. I don't know how to break in. Do you have a book on how to break in? I'd like to learn how to break in.
I'm inciting that one. I'm inciting that one.
What's insight then?
That's something Victoria is built for. Which won't. It's in fact the thing I'm best at.
I will also do that.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
York got it.
She's not lying exactly. She knows that just walking into what appeared eventually to be a closed store is a little breaking and entering. Mm-hmm. But in terms of having done the breaking, she's not lying. She did the entering. And probably a little more. But the original breaking, not her.
Becky.
Yeah, what?
What'd you do?
I don't know what you mean.
Becky.
I thought Ulrich was here.
Uh-huh.
And I had some questions.
Yeah.
About this book on celestial alchemy. Like, what is that even? And so I thought I would say hi.
Mm-hmm.
And ask
then when Ulrich wasn't here?
I wanted to make sure the book was still there, but I couldn't find it because there's stuff everywhere. Did something happen?
Someone broke in, as I told you.
But why? Who would do that to Ulrich?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Right now, you're our lead suspect.
I would never.
I mean,
I would never break.
You're definitely harassing him and keeping him from the important task of who messed up his bookstore right now.
Not harassing him.
You literally
wanted to see me.
You literally banged on his window until he came out here. You, in fact, even said he's not doing anything important. Well, he's clearly taking stock of what happened to his store.
She burst out into tears. Just
Victoria does not care.
Full stop. Why are you being so mean?
Why are you being so difficult?
I'm not.
You are.
Ulrich, anything else you want to ask her?
I am just standing back watching you and Victoria talk with her.
Ulrich, are you gonna let them talk to me like this?
They're just asking you questions.
This girl is this your girl, Ulrich?
Yeah.
Victoria turns.
We're like pretty much together.
Ulrich, you didn't tell me you had a girlfriend.
Becky, did you see anything else while you were here?
No.
Did you see anybody else?
No.
You said you saw people in here. You didn't lie to me, did you, Becky? Turn back to Becky. You did. You said you came up about 30 minutes ago. There were people in here, and you stepped in because you thought Ulrich might be here. That was literally what you just said 5 minutes ago, Becky.
I said I thought it was open. I thought there were people. The door was wide open. The lights were on. I walked in and there wasn't
lights on now.
Oh, so you did go in.
Yes,
not asking
some of them.
The lights on now. Okay.
Some of them are.
So you did go in.
Yeah, I said I went in.
And you didn't see anything or anyone, just the shop in disarray.
Or hear anything.
Hey Becky.
The lights were turned
Smell anything unusual?
Smell anything?
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
It didn't smell like Ulrich.
Hold on a second. Back over his shoulder to Ulrich, just...
Ulrich just shakes his head.
Back to Becky. So you went in. You came up, you went in. You didn't see anyone or anything like that. Or smell. The fuck? No?
Pays to be thorough.
How'd the door get closed and locked, Becky?
It was the back door that was open. The front door wasn't.
You were creeping around the back alley?
The lights were on.
That doesn't sound very girlfriend material, Becky. That sounds a little creeper. I'm not gonna lie.
What? I don't have to take this from you.
Are you trying to get in Ulrich's back door?
She's just like full blush. She just holds her books a little tighter.
Ulrich, is there anything else you want to ask?
I put my hand on Victoria's shoulder, and I say thank you.
Not a problem, man. It's so good to meet your girlfriend.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Becky, we are closed for the night. We have some stuff we need to look at. We will see you again when we're back open, okay?
When are you going to be open again? I can come in. I can help. Do you need help?
She can help.
Thanks, you. Can I use manipulation and persuasion to get her out of here?
Mm-hmm. You can.
Oh,
try.
Before you do that, actually.
No, Sophia, let him cook. Let him cook.
No, you two go back inside.
You want Victoria and I to go inside?
Mm-hmm.
No, let Ulrich talk to his girlfriend. Me and you will go inside, Sophia. Come on.
No.
All right. I will listen to Sophia, and I'll...
Thank you, Ulrich.
Tap Victoria on the shoulder. And be
Do you have anything else on alchemy?
He has so much stuff on alchemy, you have no idea.
We'll see you in a few days. And then we walk inside.
A few days?
All right.
By this time, Marvin's worked his way around the edge of the building up to about the front corner, but still in the shadow. Just listening.
Sophia is just gonna say, Becky, just forget about it. He's not that into you. Cloud memory. Turn her facing the other direction.
How far back does cloud memory go? It's just...
It says a few minutes. It says a few minutes, so my belief would be that she's definitely not going to forget what she saw 30 minutes ago, and she's probably just going to come right back. But she can at least forget this conversation in which multiple of our names were used, and there were a lot of people.
That's fair.
And during that little haziness, I'm going to walk inside.
Her face goes blank, just like the poor driver.
Closing. Lock the door. Lock the door.
She starts like mechanically walking in a direction, whatever she was aimed in, and
I aimed
going until
direction.
Ulrich.
Keep going for a little while at least.
Ulrich, you sly dog.
So,
I didn't think you had it in you, man.
I wiped the last few minutes of her memory. She's going to remember the break-in. She might come back. But I figured, let's make sure she doesn't remember the rest of us.
Ulrich.
Yeah, good idea.
You've been holding out on us, man? I didn't know that Becky was so important.
Definitely more important in her own head.
Oh. An unrequited love.
So, Ulrich, how did you know this place got broken into?
I got a phone call.
From who? Why?
It's his place of business.
I'm friends with noticed as he drove by that it didn't seem right, so he gave me a call.
Gotcha.
What's up?
So,
another
Ulrich,
car pulls up in the front.
Oh, fuck.
Do I notice this is Jesse?
It is Jesse. It is Jesse and like two people you've never seen before.
James.
One of them holding a baseball bat.
That's fine. I look at Sophia. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I go out.
I don't care if you have cameras. It would be useful to see whatever they saw.
Well, he definitely doesn't have cameras because the sheriff told him he's not allowed to have them in here.
And Ulrich walks out the front door.
Jesse's like throwing on his jacket, just preparing for who knows what, and then you walk out the door.
Yep.
What's going on?
Thanks for coming. I don't know. Somebody came and... Are you waiting to say something?
I was going to wait for you to get through your spiel before engaging the rest of the coterie inside.
Okay. Somebody broke in the store. We're trying to figure out if or what is missing. I look back, notice that the coterie is doing what?
Since there's more mortals out in front of the store now, it's like, if there is some manner of haint, haunt, ghost, specter, poltergeist, whatever the fuck you want to classify it as, Johan, we need to make sure that that is dealt with before the humans see it.
It is dispersed and would be invisible to mortal eyes regardless.
Does that mean it's not coming back? Is this like Ghostbusters thing? Do we need a trap? Like, the fuck?
It may yet be condensed, but not, I think, in a form that they could perceive. I am still unsure that it is an undead. It could be an astral projection.
If you see it, say you need to use the bathroom.
Understood.
Is the Masquerade safe currently?
Currently it is, provided I see nothing. Is there anything like sprawled out on the ground that would be a Masquerade breach? There's not like a book of Nod half open, like sitting on the floor or anything?
Hey, Ulrich. Are you obeying the rules?
He hasn't so far.
There is nothing in the main room that I'm not supposed to have.
Specific?
Oddly specific.
Well, looking around, you mostly see like bullshit metaphysics stuff then.
Okay.
Where's Marvin?
Skulking I think last I saw he was in the office as they were trying to corral the fancy word for ghost.
While the coterie was inside talking about, quote unquote, using the bathroom as a code word, Ulrich passes the cameras to Jesse.
What am I supposed to do with these?
Definitely more sneaky than that.
Jesse gets an eye on outside.
Yeah. And I need you to double check the footage. Make sure you didn't see anything.
What am I looking for?
Whoever came in.
Okay.
I want to make sure nobody was in here. Or if there was somebody in here, we want to know who it is.
All right. How far back am I going? As he just rubs his eyes, suddenly exhausted again, adrenaline immediately gone.
Well, the store was fine at 9 when we closed.
9 to... Checks his phone to see when you called. Midnight. Okay. Is that it?
Yep, let me know you find. I appreciate it.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Just corrals everybody back into his car. Drives on off.
Is there anything pretty and shiny in here that my grandsire would like?
Of course.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll say there's like a marble, like a white marble Artemis statue on the floor, but not notably broken.
And hands. You mean Artemis, like the god?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I walk back inside.
I'm literally sitting here like, what the fuck is an Artemis? And why would the prince care about that? Oh.
Yeah.
Victoria, what are you doing with that?
The prince requested something nice and fun for us leaving Gather.
Perfect. Is it okay enough?
I think it will be suitable, yes.
Perfect.
Speaking of leaving Gather, Victorio.
Hi, Sophia.
You could have told me, not over text.
I tried. You blew me off.
I believe my exact words were, if it's quick, I can help you. That was very quick.
I mean, it could have been...
That was a sentence.
It could have been a longer conversation, which would have taken more time. Listen, you want to go off and you want to go off Lone Ranger, do your own thing, that's cool. I'm not going to get in your way. You do what you want to do. It's what I say to all of our coterie mates.
Ulrich jumps in the middle of this and looks at Sophia and says, hey, you know how Victorio is. If you want.
Okay.
If he has something quick to tell you, you know, if you blow him off, that's how he sees it. That's how he takes it. He's not going to tell you.
When has any conversation with me ever been real quick?
Okay. I apologize. I was not trying to blow you off. I didn't want to bring you on this particular thing because I didn't think anyone else would want to be part of it. Whereas investigating the crime scene is something that I would definitely benefit from your help with, and which I don't think is going to shock and horrify anybody.
What crime scene?
Oh, the giant murder frenzy elder ripped through an entire floor of a apartment complex won't be terrifying? Yeah, no, that sounds totally normal.
I didn't say it was Victorio, I don't know what you're into, but I assume that the average person doesn't want to see an innocent woman tortured. And luckily I didn't have to do that, but I thought I was going to.
That's cool. Again, you do you, Sophia. I'm not saying you can't do what you want to do. It's not my thing, by the way, in case you were curious.
While Victoria is talking, I grab the statue from him so I can go get it wrapped up.
Doesn't even take his eyes off Sophia, just hands it over.
And for the record, thankfully, I didn't have to do that.
Well, that's cool.
She was very cooperative.
Yeah?
She didn't have anything useful, but she was at least cooperative.
She was cooperative. Well, that's good. I'm sure she'll continue living a nice, happy life.
I didn't say that.
So, she was cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to torture her.
Correct.
Why is she not going to live out the rest of her normal life?
Because your Permagen told me to get rid of her.
Fucking stupid Dr. Permagen. I hate her.
Noted. I'm not going to repeat that, obviously, but no.
She knows. She knows how I feel about her. You can repeat it. You could go into gather and scream it from the heavens that I said it. I might do it.
Fair enough. So, Ulrich, I don't know if you heard me because you were focused on going outside. I don't care if you have cameras in here, as long as you don't get caught. And so operating as your friend and not as a deputy of the sheriff, did you have cameras in here? Is that how you found out?
No.
Hmm?
No cameras inside.
I think I'm gonna roll insight against that. I'm gonna roll
subterfuge manipulation versus
tearing this coterie apart. Lines are being drawn.
And what do I add with insight?
Wits.
Can I use manipulation persuasion?
It is
lying.
You
are flat out lying, though.
Manipulation is lying, I thought.
Yeah.
He wanted to use persuasion instead of subterfuge.
Oh, subterfuge is for sure lying.
If you were dancing around it, maybe, but you are flat out lying.
You can spend blood.
Yeah, before you roll, you can make a rouse check and add 2 dice, whether you get hungry or not.
Well, I dare say we now know what Ulrich's spending his XP into now.
So I need to click the dice under roused?
Yep, if you want to blood surge it. Cool, you don't get hungrier. And then you would add 2 dice as the modifier.
What am I rolling?
Manipulation subterfuge. 4 to 2.
You want to spend a willpower to reroll those failures?
Absolutely do.
You can reroll up to 3 non-hunger dice. So you would be able to reroll 3. You can just slash roll 3d10. Well, that was worth it, wasn't it?
All right, so 4 to 4.
Yep, tie goes to the defender. You kind of, I'll land it somewhere in the middle. You're not really convinced, but you don't know he's lying.
Ulrich, if I find out later that you had cameras, that's going to be a problem.
Well, you're not going to be his friend. You're not going to be his friend later?
No, I'm going to be his friend later. Fine, whatever. I have bigger things to worry about.
I'm just worried about the shop.
Is anything,
I am too.
Is anything missing?
It doesn't look like it right now.
Okay. Was there something...
How long would it take you to... Go ahead.
Was there something dangerous in here that we should be afraid is missing?
Not to the general public.
Is there something?
The
Is there something we are kind
dangerous to you per se? Just
see that statement starts off fine, and then with the roller coaster happens again, and then there's a per se. Perchance, would you like to tell us?
Nothing that's going to harm us.
Any masquerade concerns?
Just, this is where I keep all of my stuff for my blood sorcery work.
Have you checked that stuff yet?
Glances over at the door, the blacked out door on the wall.
Have you checked it?
Is it open?
Mm-mm.
Anything? No. All right, let's go check it.
How do you secure this blood sorcery material, and what exactly do you have in there?
So it's a the door is built into the bookshelf. What was your other question?
What kind of stuff do you have in there? Is there like a lock on it, or is it just a hidden door?
Yeah, the lock is behind two of the books.
Why can't everyone's hobby just be fucking people? Like a normal person.
It opens with fingerprint access.
Okay.
No. We have to do blood rituals and examine spleens. Murder old ladies. Whatever happened to just good old fashioned good old fashioned fucking.
Ulrich goes up and moves two of the books and puts his two fingers on the biometric scanner and opens up the door.
Yeah.
Does it look like
that be a rouse check if he's activating his biometrics?
I think that'd have to be Blush of Life. Yeah.
Would it?
Well, is your biometric scanner somehow set up to be triggered by a corpse? Because if not, it'd be Blush of Life.
Technology, man.
Necrometric scanner.
Living people privilege. Ugh.
The rouse check.
Yep, rouse check for Blush of Life.
Fucking living, I swear.
You don't get hungrier, but you do get into your hidden tiny room.
Perfect. Does it look like it's been messed with?
There's stuff all over the place. But after looking around, you keep very careful attention to what's in this room. It doesn't seem missing, just displaced.
So things have been moved?
Things have been moved, like everywhere else. Strewn about.
Are there cameras in this room?
No cameras.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Johan, do you have your phone on you?
Yes.
You get a text message from Samar. 7 spleens. You want?
Yes. Preserved, ideally.
What, like ice or ...
Ice and styrofoam should be sufficient for transporting them.
Mason jars and formaldehyde.
Pickled in moonshine.
She gives you like a thumbs up and then but I want my styrofoam back.
he sends a thumbs up.
So, Ulrich, who have you upset?
That is what I'm trying to figure out.
Who would send a ghost? Is this Becky? Did you teach Becky how to raise the dead?
I didn't teach Becky anything.
Oh,
and none of the books.
I'm sure she'd love to be tutored by you, though.
I'm sure she would. None of the books that she would have access to, from me, anyways, would teach her how to do that.
That she would have access to, except that she came in here unsupervised.
Unless she can get through the biometric locks.
I mean, could she have lifted your prints off anything?
I mean, I guess that's always a possibility.
That's not what I'm implying, Ulrich.
Becky's at the front window.
Oh, look, she's back.
Are you open?
Victoria, would you like to go take care of her?
Oh, she doesn't want me to take care of her, Ulrich.
Johann is going to slink out of sight.
Just go give her what she wants, man.
All right, do I need anything else? Do I need to know anything else about the room that we're in? Or just what you told me?
It's a mess. Nothing's missing. Jade, your mom still has not texted you back.
Okay. We should probably get back to the meeting.
So she's at the front?
Mm-hmm.
And it's locked.
As we all go towards the back, turning off light switches.
Jade?
Yes.
Did whatever Lavinia wanted to talk to you about have anything to do with anything that would seem relevant right now?
Nothing that would be relevant right now.
Okay. That's all I need to know for the moment.
Quick, before she runs around the side of the building and throws herself atop the car. Unless you want to explain to Prince York why there's a Becky shape in the hood of her car.
When Becky comes up to the front, Marvin from over in the corner, I'm going to use Mask of 1,000 Faces. I'll give you the route check in just a second.
Okay.
I get a little hungrier.
Okay. Are you at 2?
Yeah, I just went to 2. And yeah, it looks like your generalized book nerd.
Okay.
It just walks up.
I was really hoping you were going to turn into Ulrich.
No. Walks around the corner. Are they open?
I thought so. Are you? Do you want to knock too?
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
Lights.
Oh, hold on! And she just runs.
Wait,
runs down the building.
Close it down. You don't need to go.
Head around. It's just not gonna listen to you. It is a race now. Are you guys heading back to the car?
Jade?
Yes.
If she approaches us after we tell her we're leaving, fuck her up.
Okay.
Ulrich, do you want her to forget that she saw us leaving?
Yeah, we don't have time to mess with her right now. So whatever's the fastest, let's just get rid of her and get back.
She wants to mess with you, buddy.
Alright, sounds good. When I wipe her, she'll be hazy for a little bit, so we'll just hoof it. I parked by you.
Are we all together?
Except for Marvin, who went around the front, apparently masquerading as someone else.
Victoria, out of nowhere, a book flies from the shelf, smashing into the back of your head. Take a superficial. Thank chat for it. I just happened to be looking.
Great.
Is it a ghost? Ghosts are just bad luck. People who can sense the unseen.
Can I wits plus awareness at the book eater?
Sure.
Zippo.
Cool. The gray blur. You saw it kind of stop at the bookshelf. The book flew, and then it just darted back into the office.
Oh, it's still here?
Fascinating. So we can interact with physical objects.
That thing is still here?
Evidently, and he's going to...
Gonna lock the back door. Since we're stopping and Becky's on her way around, I'm just gonna...
Thank you, Victoria.
Alright, you fucking stupid ghost. Don't act like I won't burn this entire fucking building down.
Hey.
So I don't have the really wraith focused oblivion powers, but I do have oblivion, which means that I do have like a connection to ghosts.
Okay.
I don't have a power that would let me see it. Is there any kind of like a cult roll or something I could do to like, I don't know, get anything?
Sure.
Ulrich?
I'll have you do intelligence occult.
Ulrich, are you sure that dumb freaking madly in love girl could not have learned the ability to do a ghost thing because the ghost thing happened? She managed to get in because it was unlocked. I maybe mentioned threatening her and it threw a book at me.
She didn't learn it here, and she didn't learn it from me. But there's plenty of other information out there that she could have got her hands on.
Did you just Scully and Mulder me, Ulrich?
I would never do that.
You mean to tell me this girl who's obsessed with you have no idea if she possesses any magical affinity or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
And I'm gonna ask like Johan to direct me to it. See if I can like, I don't know.
Here,
I can.
Better idea. Sophia, you stay. I'm gonna position her by the wall on the other side of the office, where it's darted out from when somebody goes into the office. Then I'm gonna go into the office to see if it'll scuttle out, like it's done before.
Sophia, that was a really good roll. So I will give you. You're not really able to see.
God damn, 5 successes.
Anything. You do know that you don't possess anything that would let you see something. So just not seeing anything doesn't mean there's not anything there. You also know that wraiths don't normally just show up for no reason at all. They have to have a reason, and if this hasn't happened before, then probably something has changed that has caused it. The few people you know that have talked about dealing with them, they normally they're attached to something or someone.
Right.
So maybe there's something that he's brought in that has something attached to it. Maybe he's been dabbling in something he shouldn't and it got attached to him. But whatever it is, you don't see it, but you know a little bit about it.
Okay, so this thing, if it is a wraith, which it probably is, there's either an object or a person that it's bound to. So, Ulrich, have you been messing around with wraiths? Because if not, either somebody bound it to you Or more likely, since it was probably here before we were, there might be an object somewhere on the property that it's bound to.
No.
I'm going back together. I'm over this.
Johan, you get a message. Where are you at? Have 7 spleens.
I will be back momentarily. Apologies.
Victoria, do you want to come with me to the crime scene?
I am going to go let my grandsire, the prince, know that we're all fine and we're done at the bookshop. And then I will happily join you at the crime scene.
All right. So are we leaving here?
I'm leaving here.
Understood. So at least someone needs to leave with you.
I'll grab Marvin.
Yep. Johan will return with. I have some spleens to pick up.
Why not? We've got ghosts. Next we can make a zombie. It'll be a blast.
Ulrich,
that would be fascinating.
Jade.
Attempting to use another dead body as the fetter for a spirit.
What's a fetter?
That which draws a spirit to this world.
So if we wanted to get the spirit not in this world...
He knows this, right?
You wouldn't necessarily. If you want to roll intelligence occult, you can. It's not linked to any of your specialties.
Okay.
And not actually threatening, just having conversation on its way out the back. I was like, so if there was, say, a ghost that's in a building right now, and if we lit the building on fire and it destroyed the thing that keeps the thing here, then that would get rid of the ghost, right?
Johan, you're kind of throwing around words you've heard from other people, but you don't actually, like, for sure know what you're talking about. But as, like, a scientist, you know how to sound like you know what you're talking about, even if you're not positive.
Once I'm outside, Marvin!
Wait, is Becky outside?
Probably.
Becky ran down the street, presumably, to go around the building. Marvin, are you still out front, or did you try to follow her?
Marvin, he's trying to follow. He just... What are you doing?
She doesn't pay you any mind. She's circling the building to probably go back to the alley door.
I don't think we're supposed to be back here.
Do you want to try to roll charisma or manipulation and persuasion?
Sure. I guess that'd be charisma persuasion.
I'll let you use manipulation or charisma, whichever you've got.
Appreciate that. Because I'm... Actually, that would be 0 dice, so no.
What? I mean, that would be 0.
How would it be 0?
Repulsive.
Oh, yeah. Repulsive, right. Yeah.
Even with the face shift, I have the penalty.
Yep, that is true. She's just gonna ignore you and circle around the building. Are you guys going to escape before she gets back to the door?
I don't care either way.
Ulrich, are you comfortable leaving this place for now?
Yeah.
Or do you want to turn this place inside out, try to find the fetter?
No, if everybody's leaving, I'll join you guys.
Okay. Jade, are you cool to come with Ulrich and I?
Yes, I am.
All right.
When it becomes obvious she's not listening, he'll stop messing with her and go back to the front.
If I see her as we're leaving, I'll cloud her memory again.
You will probably have to do that. If you guys are leaving, I'll say she kind of like rounds the corner, approaches a door just as you guys exit.
Sophia just resetting the dialogue loops and all the NPCs.
Yep.
We need to get Sophia some Ray-Bans. Just
Victoria's going to turn back around. Statue.
I gave you the box.
Thank you. And he's just going to stand next to the prince's car waiting for the person with the keys to get back.
once Marvin realizes everybody's leaving, he'll return to normal and settle up next to Victoria.
Don't return to normal. There's a mortal girl here.
No, she's already left, hasn't she?
We're just saying.
We're just fast tracking that. Okay, just making sure.
She's like automaton her way down the rest of the alley.
It's like, all right, perfect, Jade. Do the thing. Do the thing, Jade.
I was under the impression she had already booked it after the memory blah.
Why does Victoria not have the keys? Victoria can drive. Why would he drive himself? That's silly.
Does she need to be followed?
Who knows? Apparently, this obsessed girl has been obsessing over Ulrich for a while. So if it's been fine so far, I imagine no, she does not.
I mean, Ulrich, do you want me to get rid of her?
Ulrich would know. Ulrich, does she need to be followed, Ulrich? Do we need to know where she lives? So you can go visit her late in the night?
I think we're good, thank you.
Insight check.
Victoria wants Ulrich to have, like, his own whatever weird nerdy F-buddy thing.
Ulrich, are you trying to lie or mislead in any way?
No.
Okay.
For whatever reason, Ulrich is confident she's not really a problem.
Even though she totally planted a ghost in his bookshop, but sure.
Yeah. Alright. Gets the keys.
Okay. Who's going where?
Back together.
Who's going back together? Show of hands.
Marvin and Johan, at least.
Wait, Ulrich, if you're coming with me, we're going straight to the crime scene. So which group would you go with?
Johan is more interested in crime scene than he is in crime spleens.
I'm going with Victorio back because he's the one that helped me from the beginning with this.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So Ulrich, Victorio, Marvin, you're going back together, or is there someone else?
Boys squad is going back together. Girl squad going to crime scene.
Okay, so all the boys are going back together.
Apparently.
Wait, where's Johan?
Is a boy. He's going to crime scene.
I thought Johan was going to go get his spleens.
Yeah, but then he heard about the crime scene option.
So Mara is going to be so mad at you.
Also, Jen, there was a Patreon redeemed in chat.
For?
Willpower, looks like.
Okay. Who is down at willpower? Two of you?
Me. I am currently physically and willpower-y messed up.
Oof.
Victoria, grab a willpower back.
Yay! Now I'm only physically messed up.
I mean, you could always take a rouse check and mend that.
Nah. I'd rather have evidence when I go talk to my grandsire that I've been hurt.
Fair. Johan, do you want to, if you have to pick up the spleens, do you want to ask one of our coterie mates to do that for you?
Yeah. Ulrich, would you be so kind?
Yeah, I'll grab those for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's let the Tremere go talk to the Banu Hakim about getting spleens. Sure, that'll go perfectly. Victoria just settles into the back seat of the prince's car.
He's just picking my feet. It's fine.
Please call Jade when you're on your way, or if there's anything we need to know.
Oh, Patreon heal for Victorio, so you are physically fine as well.
Hey. Well, now I'm upset because now I can't get people in trouble with the prince.
I'm sure you can get hurt again. It's fine.
You can definitely get people in trouble with the prince in other ways. Come on.
Thwarted again. That's fine.
Let's see. Should we do crime scene or gather first? Gather!
Hey.
Ooh.
I like not having to make a decision. It's nice. You want her back together? Not a whole lot has changed. The sheriff's grabbed someone else.
I'm handing the present over to my prince.
She takes it with a flirty little smile. Like playing that game where, you know, she pretends she didn't expect anything. But she damn well did.
Even though she specifically told us to bring her something.
Definitely one of those like, oh, for me.
Yes, of course. Anything for you.
She unwraps it, takes a look, and just gives like a happy little bounce. You know, you did good. Runs a finger over the cold marble, and then gives you a nice little kiss on the cheek. Always have such excellent taste.
I learned that from you.
Where are the rest of them?
The deputy sheriff and Jade went off to begin looking into the crime scene.
And Johan.
Sorry, I was really looking forward to Boys Night Out. My bad.
Perfect.
And Johan.
I'm glad you came home safe.
Always, of course. Definitely was not assaulted by a ghost with a book or anything. I'm fine. There's a little turn for her to see that he's totally fine.
That sounds like a conversation for later.
I mean, I will talk with you all night if you'll let me.
I wish the night were that simple.
Anyways, yes, we've returned safely. Ulrich is definitely not procuring things from the Banu Hakim. That's not going to blow up or anything. And yeah.
Well, I'm glad no one is doing anything they shouldn't.
We currently are all doing everything we should be doing.
Sure would be a shame.
Sure would. And I would never disappoint you.
You could never disappoint me.
That's right.
Kiss on the forehead. Wanders off to do more business.
I'm just going to observe Ulrich going to talk to Samar. I'm going to put an arm around Marvin's shoulders like, this is going to be good.
Ulrich, Samar, you've seen her before. You've probably talked to her before. She's not an introvert. She's just now wandering away from talking to someone. She's got like a glass in her hand. It could be wine. It's probably blood. Bring your phone up to scroll around.
That's going to be great. Ulrich trying to talk to Samar.
What you doing?
Walk up. Samar, I was asked to...
Who the fuck are you?
My name is Ulrich. I'm friends with Johan, and he said that you had a package that needed picked up.
Oh my god, another one of the book nerds. That's right.
Yes, that would be me.
Ugh. Wait, where is he? He said he'd be right back.
Yeah, he took off with a couple people and asked me if I could come
to do what?
with you. I don't know. I didn't ask him.
No.
I just owed it.
You're with him and he trusts you to pick up his spleens, but he's not going to tell you where he's going?
He probably would have, but I didn't ask.
Oh, sure. I believe that with all my heart.
Yeah. I just wanted to come back here. I came back here with a couple of my coterie mates, and now I am...
Did you have my payment?
He didn't say anything about a payment.
Oh, he didn't say anything about payment.
No. Do you want me to call him?
No, it's fine. You don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, I wish I had more information for you. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you seem sorry. The sheriff was looking for you. Do you want to tell me anything important? Should I make an excuse for you? You're out collecting
I don't think I need an
fleas.
excuse.
Couldn't talk to the sheriff. Where's Johan?
I don't know.
Ugh, you're fucking boring. Get on my face. You can tell him he can pick up the beans himself.
I will absolutely let him know.
Uh-huh. Go.
And then he slowly turns. I'll pull up my phone, text Johan, let him know that.
Crash and burn, Victoria will say to Marvin.
And you know.
Johan's gonna text back. Sorry, she didn't say she required payment. I'll text, and then he's gonna text Samar. Ulrich's a friend of mine. Did Ulrich say that she asked where he was?
Yeah, that was in my text. Samar wants to know where you're at. She won't give me your package because I won't give her any information.
Johan's gonna text Samar. Ulrich is a friend. He's picking up these spleens. I am continuing to investigate the incident at the apartment block, as I figured that was urgent domain business.
Middle finger emoji.
Great.
Swapping over to the condo team.
Yeah, so actually, while we're in the car, speaking of the sheriff, Jade, could you be a dear and dial up the sheriff for me?
Grabs the phone and dials up the sheriff.
Jade, are you calling from your phone or are you calling from Sophia's phone?
Oh,
Sophia.
From my, yeah, I would have handed
Just
mine.
asking.
No, it's good to know. But he's gonna pick up my call. He might probably. Well,
that's why I was asking.
Yeah. No.
Like the phone gets answered, but there's like fumbling and like not in English cursing, and then he's like, "Hold on." Yeah.
Sorry to bother you. Just so you know, well, first of all, I'm going to the crime scene. Johan and Jade are with me currently. I have you on speaker so that they can hear this because I need to be driving. That's what I was going to tell you about. I was waylaid because somebody broke into Ulrich's shop and there's a wraith in there.
Wraith. An Ulrich shop.
Mm-hmm.
What else is in the shop?
Nothing was taken. Stuff was
That's not the question.
What is the question?
What else is in the shop?
A whole lot of metaphysical bullshit books and a blood sorcery lab that was broken into, but nothing was taken.
He hung up.
Okay. Sorry, Ulrich. I was really, for what it's worth, out of character. I was really trying to not get you in trouble because it's not your fault it got broken into. And even if I had known about the cameras, I wasn't going to mention it. But I think I did a bad job.
Such a good friend.
He needs to know.
Remember earlier when I said don't trust the Lasombra? I just want everybody to keep that in mind.
No, do trust the Lasombra to follow their orders from their superiors. Sophia is nothing if not reliable and consistent.
Just not to her coterie mates. Love you.
Marvin, real quick before I forget, was there anything else you wanted to do when you got back together?
Like, talk to your primogen!
Honestly, he would be there, yeah?
Yes. Watching last week's episode, I realized you might have been confused. Remy is not your primogen.
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Correct. He is your friend, not your primogen. You would know your primogen, Casper, is almost always there. You don't necessarily know where he might be hanging out, though.
Okay. Could I see him with Sense the Unseen?
Sure, roll it. What's awareness?
Although he's probably way stronger than I am as far as that goes. Where? Button. What's awareness, you said?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we were rolling for some extra dice.
Oh, no. Excuse me.
Well, you rolled it. You might as well.
Yeah,
take the plus 2.
I clicked the wrong side of the button. Bloop. Ooh.
Nice. As your gaze kind of like unfocuses to pick up whatever you don't normally see again, you find him really quickly. He's sitting on a table, like feet in a chair.
Classic L pose.
Like listening to a conversation, probably, that's happening right next to him with the Toreador primogen and one of the little Toreador neonates.
I will wait my turn until that conversation is over.
Eventually, they just kind of... The conversation is not over, but they take it elsewhere.
Once Casper's off to the side, just kind of walk up for a bit. And just sit down right next to. Don't start just...
After a while of you sitting there, it's obvious you know he's there. So that haze of obfuscate drains away, and sitting there almost like gargoyling on the tabletop is your primogen. His skin so pale, it's practically translucent. You can see the blue veins underneath his flesh, veins that really don't see any action anymore. His eyes are sunken, brow ridge prominent. He doesn't say anything or turn to look at you, but he obviously knows you're there because he's visible now.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yes.
Good gathering.
You tell me. You haven't been present for much of it.
Well, I got pulled aside. Go check out a few things for the coterie mates.
Coterie. They seem very important to you.
No, they're friends.
Are they? Your friends?
Until proven otherwise.
What do you want?
What happened over at the apartment?
We only know what you know. He has not been found.
Okay. I haven't been over there yet myself.
I heard the sheriff was sending someone. It's a shame it wasn't you.
I don't think he likes me that much.
Oh, he hates you.
But you know what? That's okay. He'll be a friend too before it's over with.
He is a good friend to have.
Any other news I need to know?
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Out of here.
Okie dokie.
Be smart. We're not the only one with ears everywhere.
Mum's the word.
Vanish.
Good talk.
Oh,
Hey,
while that's going on, Ulrich, what happened?
With what?
With Samar.
Beautiful lady.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Yeah, really is.
Where's Johan's stuff?
She don't want to give it to me.
Slide across the room.
Going to some more?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You left right before your compliment.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, bitch.
Hi, fucker.
How is your night going?
Bullshit.
Bullshit. I feel that. Did you have a ghost throw a book at the back of your head?
No, oh my god, was that you?
That was me.
At least that was fun.
It wasn't. It was a lot of nerd shit. And speaking of nerd shit, just gonna styrofoam. Uh-huh.
Not for you.
It's for the nerd.
You're not the boss of the nerd.
I'm the leader of that coterie. Thank you very much.
Because grandmommy.
Because grandmommy. You're just mad she's not your grandmommy.
I asked for payment. You gonna pay?
I mean, I'll pay you.
What are you offering?
What you want.
I want you to get creative.
Creativity takes time, love. I'll get back to you.
Oh. Until then.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna look across the room to the prince.
Owe me double. The prince just looks over like...
Double creativity? I can be doubly creative, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a deal.
TikTok.
Took's afraid of the old dead croc?
The fuck?
with her fully befuddled, just walks away. Just walks away, just leaves her with that. Lets her ruminate.
And because the condo is going to take some time,
And tis midnight. Tis indeed.
Tis midnight. I guess we will TBD.
The things I do for my nerds.
Place to end it,
the things I do for my nerds.
Nicely done.
Duality.
I did not realize
that ended with murder. This session ended with
organ trading.
A social murder. Yeah.
I did not realize that the spleens were going to be this much of a hassle. Sorry, y'all.
It's not a hassle at all. I know what Samar likes. It's fine. It's fine.
Samar,
I promise you.
Enemies to lovers, slow burn.
No,
she's such a brat. Like there was no other way that could have gone at this point.
I know how to deal with brats. Out of character, at least.
Well,
that was fun. That was so much fun.
Great session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First up, we'll go Victorio first.
If Samar liked the nerds, she wouldn't be charging them, nor would she be mean to Ulrich. I am torn.
Mean to Ulrich because he's not fun.
I am torn between 3 of my friends here for who gets props.
You can honorable mention 2. XP goes to 1.
All right, I am going to give XP to Ulrich. Just for the second it was unlocked what Becky was. It was like the light bulb and the slow turn is like, oh no. I now have ammunition. Let's go. Sophia, the power struggle of the coterie. Because there definitely is, like, at least right now, 2 would-be leaders. The actual leader and Sophia. And I love the dichotomy. I was like, oh, Sophia's here. It's like, all right, great. Okay, let's wait for there's the foot in mouth and smooth talking Victorio. And it's like, oh, what, you're not going to be his friend later? Huh? Then you'll have to turn him in and so on, so forth, etc. Where's your real loyalty, Sophia? If that is your real name.
It is. There's an easy tier list. Camarilla, Domain, Clan, Coterie.
You gotta get those priorities back in line. And other honorable mention would go to Jade just for the okay, no, what's going on? What's actually going on? No, Lavinia is pretending to actually give a shit. What's going? I shouldn't have asked. Okay, well we'll just gonna table that one for later and keep it moving. Stupid nerd store. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, Johan. Oh, what? Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. Johan.
I'm gonna give kudos to Victorio for just the hilarious dialogue to Mar and Becky. That was amazing.
I'm the talker of the group.
Yeah, he is though. Ulrich.
Well, I thought that was honorable mention. Johan, did you have an actual one?
I thought that was his actual.
That was my actual one.
Oh, I thought you said honorable mention. My bad.
No.
Honorable mention. Honorable mention will be for the dialogue that Victorio had with Becky. That was great. And then I'm going to give props to Johan for. I like you. I like how you stay in character so well, and you're able to keep your talking. It's like Victorio has his over-the-topness that he's really good at doing. You are just, more quiet,
weird,
robotic, but you're really good at just staying in character, and it was really good tonight.
Sophia.
Yeah, I mean, honorable mentions to basically everybody. Stuff y'all are super fun to play with, but I guess most honorable mention, I really enjoyed seeing a lot more of Victorio's like quiet competence that he just hides under layers of bullshit. But I feel like Ulrich had the most like development here, so I'm gonna give another one to Styles because I really enjoyed Ulrich's. Like,
if people find out I'm competent, they're going to try to give me a job, and I don't work.
Yeah, responsibilities are coming.
The fuck they are.
Did you say me? I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, Morgan.
I gotta go again to Victorio, just because you opened up Ulrich's back door.
Perfect.
Like I said, everybody is great.
This is a really fun group.
And Jade.
I mean, I was gonna give it to Victorio as well. I feel like everybody else has.
You can if you want.
Do whatever you want.
He needs the compliment.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
True, he does. Yeah. The whole like way that you got the spleens. That just really made me laugh. And just. The whole thing.
What's the worst that happens? She shows up to try to assimilate me, and then we just have rough sex. It'll be fine.
It was, yo, bitch. Hey, fucker.
I love the taken abackness of Jen. Jen was not expecting me to just be like, bitch.
My brain was like immediately like, what cuss word do I use?
You two are fun to watch with each other.
No, thanks. Well, I'm done now.
It's almost like there's banter 24/7 between the two of us or something.
Weird.
Get a lot of practice.
So much practice. That was so much fun, Jen.
Yeah, thank you for running a great game.
Thanks, Becky. That was great.
Give me my power back.
It's yours. Take it.
Aha! Perfect. Yes, guys, this was, of course, Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Boom! If you're not part of our Discord community, please consider popping over to Discord. We currently have votes going for the first games of 2024, as well as talking shop and stuff and things, and just hanging out in general. Werewolf the Apocalypse will be happening in January of 2024 for 15 to 18 sessions. There is a vote going on for Jen's game, which will be Monster Hearts 2, which is a CW Wednesday teenage angsty romance murder shenanigan thing. Versus Highlander. We are immortal. We have inside of the blood as kings. There can be only one beheaded. Those are the two games Jen is willing to run for us next year. So, or first part of next year. So that is the current vote. That ends Sunday. Vote in the voting channel on the Discord if you have not done so already. If this is your first time checking this out, then there's. Yep, nope, that was Nightbot. Okay. Aha, this is your first time checking us out. YouTube. If you want to see what led to the shenanigans of tonight, that is over there in a lovely playlist titled Cold Snap, as well as all of our other games. We have two other Vampire the Masquerade little campaigns on there. We have some Werewolf. We have a whole bunch of different tabletop games. Please do check everything out. Give us a like, a subscribe, a dislike. If you leave comments about how terrible of a storyteller I am, it's cool. Everything spends, guys.
Please don't do that to me. I will cry.
Don't do that to her. Do that to me. And this is Jen's only second tabletop game she's ever run. So she is crushing it. And of course, Patreon. Patreon is gets you weighted voting in the Discord channel. It gets you merch bundles. It gets you potentially slots in a game if you really, really, really want to make sure that you're playing in one of our future games. That is the way to do that, etc., etc., etc. Pierce, you would never do that. Don't even try to front. And there's a TikTok. I don't have a TikTok command. We upload a whole bunch of shorts and silly moments and clips and things over on the TikTok. It is DM Daddy RPG on TikTok if you wanted to check those out. Boom, we are back tomorrow at noon in less than 12 hours now at this point for the second episode of our Old Gods of Appalachia game. And then Sunday, we are back at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our Christmas special Monster of the Week, which is so much fun for me. And yeah, if we don't see you, we'll hopefully see you next Friday for more Vampire. And as always, thank you for hanging out. I am DM Daddy RPG. This game was run by JenOfThieves. We are also joined by Sophia, portrayed by GDI Ainsley, Marvin, portrayed by Glenn Dizzle, Jade, portrayed by Chai T, Johan, portrayed by Wormsmith, with a Y, because we're playing a World of Darkness game. I don't care what it actually says on Discord. And Ulrich, portrayed by Styles08. This was a hoot, this is blessed, and I cannot wait for next Friday for more me just talking out of my ass for hours on end. And, you know, maybe we'll actually finally go look at this murder scene we've been dodging for 2 sessions now.
No!
This is we're gonna be pierced with the drug plot now. All right, guys, thank you so much as always, and we will see you next time. Good night. And Daddy loves you.